Cleaned out the apartment. Facebook Marketplace. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jamera. I work in tech and I've just moved back to my hometown of Brooklyn, New York. So I wanted to film my first official week of being in New York City. I'm still coming, like my apartment is like coming together slowly but surely. But there's been a lot of changes happening lately that I did want to sort of talk about in case like I may seem down or my energy levels are down compared to like the last few videos. I do want to thanks everyone for, you know, watching the last few the last few videos in the homecoming series and sharing all your feedback and sort of your well wishes. Has been really great to see, and it's been great chatting with you all. So I'm excited to continue to share more videos, share more of like my life in New York and what that transition has been like while it's happening. But I did want to share that I am taking some time off of work this week because like the day after I moved to New York, my father died. So it's been, my last week was a bit of a doozy, trying to process things and also manage the move. I still had a lot of issues where I didn't have internet, or there were so many different things that I was dealing with while also only beginning to process that news and sort of what that meant for, you know, myself, my family. And so yeah, I did want to share that and not go into any, you know, details or anything like that, but that will sort of explain my sort of like lower levels that you may see during this week. Yeah, last week I was very much on autopilot. Thankfully, like I was able to speak with work and they were able to, they were okay with me taking some time last week. But last week, like I mentioned, I was very much so on autopilot, taking care of like responsibilities at home, sort of attending the funeral and talking with other family, and like it was a lot. And so I found that I didn't really have, I felt so like out of body that was still needing more time. So thankfully I was able to also take this week off where I really want to exist in this space, continue to like get it together, continue to just sort of live and be able to breathe, because I was not able to do that last week. And I think that I will need, before I go back to work, it's really important for me to establish some peace and a routine in this new space. But yeah, that's all that's been happening recently. So over the weekend, I did end up going back to Philly to turn in my keys for the last time, and it was a bittersweet moment. So I'm gonna insert that clip here. Cleaned out the apartment, or just came back to finalize everything, make sure everything's looking good. And this is also a little, I feel like you don't really need a tour because every time I vlogged, you could sort of see what's what and where things are. But yeah, this is my little humble abode for 2 years, and I'm gonna miss this place, this kitchen. Washer and dryer. I just need to pack up the very few things that I have in the fridge in my little cooler bag, and then I'm gonna head out. And I did end up getting some things last week that was also like, now I look back on hindsight, I'm like, how did I manage to secure like a whole TV stand? But I ended up, there's some new things, some new happenings in the house, and that is my new TV stand. So I have been sort of scouring Facebook Marketplace for a TV stand last week. There's this specific one that I wanted. I specifically wanted one that was a lower profile one, just because my sofa is low and I just like the look more than a really tall, bulky cabinet. So I don't know that I'm going to, I would like to mount this TV onto the wall. The walls are thick cement and I'm terrified. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I wasn't that big of a fan of the color of it. I felt like it was very, I don't know, I felt like up against the hardwood floors. It was very like dark, but it looks good. I think it complements the entryway like sort of cabinet. I'm trying not to overthink things in this apartment, but I can't help myself. So that's a new thing there. I also do not have any sort of side tables. I don't have a lot of surfaces to put things on. I do have an idea of what sort of like coffee table I'd like and side tables I'd like. But for right now, there's nothing. I really want to find a place to put my lamp on for like the bedroom. I want to have a lamp in my bedroom. And I say lamp, like I have like so many lamps. I right now have two, and one of them is the Rouge lamp. So the lights here, while they are very bright, the overhead lights, so bright, it's insane. They are very strong. Oh, and sometimes it's nice to have a mood lighting situation. So I didn't have that in my room and I wanted to sort of add that vibe. And so I brought my Rouge lamp and I just sort of stacked my books that I have and made a sort of like table out of, just so that I can have something to put the lamp on. So this is sort of the vibe that we have going on. Like, don't make fun of me. My mom got me this, got me and my sister these bears years ago when we were children. So I've always just had that and I was like, well, let's add it out, bring it out. But this is a lamp. I got the Rouge lamp that I've been seeing around like everywhere, but what's really cool about this is that it's one of the distorted ones, so it's not like perfectly shaped, and it has like it has like a crinkle. I don't know, it just has a really unique look, and I like the fact that no one else has this lamp this particular shape that I have, so that's really fun. I wanted to add some color in the bedroom, even if it wasn't, even like these things, I don't know that they're going to be here forever, but I wanted to add some color to the bedroom area because everything is white in here. So I just threw up these. Honestly, I'm trying to get away from the non-framed looks because I want to be a little bit more sophisticated. I want to be a little bit more sophisticated, elevated in the artwork here. So I feel like a big part of that is not putting up artwork that isn't framed. Because I think adding frames adds a whole new dimension to a space. So far, that's pretty much like all of the updates in terms of the apartment. Everything is a bit of a mess still. But like I said, it's coming together. I'm taking my time with it. And I just need to get into the flow of doing things. The sun is setting and I've been in this house all day. It's hours later, and I forgot that I wanted to show my outfit, which is this really great set by Mango that I got a few weeks ago, but this is the first time that I'm wearing it as a set and it's so comfortable. out of this antique shop called City Foundry. I saw things that I like, but it's incredibly expensive, so probably not, definitely not for me. I was shocked. I don't really know much about Design Within Reach, but they had some cool pieces. A lot of the furniture looked a lot like the furniture I think it's just because it's the style that I have, but also it literally looked like some of the article pieces, because I know that article has a couch similar to the one that I have. Yeah, they have some stuff. I was hoping, I still need to find, like, I still want to buy a coffee table and a nightstand, so I just went in there to see if they had anything, but it wasn't a hit. Onwards and upwards. Happy Friday, and what a fun afternoon. I am back here for a second. I just got back from spending a few hours in Chinatown. I grabbed some lunch at this really great place called Shanghai 21 and got these amazing black truffle and pork dumplings. And then when I was there, I stopped by the Museum of the Chinese in America, which is a museum really about the Asian American history. And so I went in there. It's like predominantly like Chinese American history. But I went in there, and the last time I've gone was years and years ago, but I went in there to see what it was like, because I heard that they had a fire. And I just wanted to see how things were, you know, in the pandemic, and also, like, if you know anything about me, one thing you should know about me is that I really love history and culture and stuff like that. So it was only a matter of time before I went to a history or a museum. So I'm glad that I went to that one, and it was really beautiful. They changed some things around, but some of the other exhibits were still remained, so it wasn't that much of a difference. But it was really nice, and it was free. At the moment, admission is free. And then when I left, I made a donation, and they gave me this free tote bag. Not that I need any more tote bags in my life, but this one is really beautiful. It's just like a photograph of, I think, the exterior of the building, or I think one of the archives buildings. And it's really beautiful. Friends of the MOCA archives. Yeah, it's the archive building, I think, that had the fire. But it is brown, which is a very interesting shade, and it looks to be made of really great quality. So that's really exciting. If you are ever in New York and you are interested in learning more about the Chinese American experience and Asian American experience, I definitely recommend checking out that museum. It's really, really cool. And I learned a lot of things, like how the Valencia orange was developed by a Chinese man in Florida. I had no idea that, first off, that you could just like make different types of fruits. But yeah, that's where the Valencia orange came from. And then also there's just like so many other things, but it was a really interesting museum experience, and I would love to go again. And I definitely recommend you check it out. So these are what the lights look like, by the way, when the overhead lights are on. It's so bright, love it, but it's very intense for a nighttime wind down situation. I feel like these are good for when you got work to do. So I just got back from the post office. I ordered my food. I ordered my dinner from this local Caribbean place, and I think I'm just gonna end the vlog here. I want to wind down and watch the, what do you call those things? The reunion show of Love is Blind. I've seen a few scripts of Abhishek, and it looks like a hot mess. So I want to be tuned in for that. And I still have some things that I want to do, like namely just take off my makeup, wash my hair, rest. I was a little bit nervous going into the city today for the first time since I moved, because I've just been hearing a lot of things about the subway, and there was definitely some nervousness there, but I was also really excited, and it went well. So I still got it. I still got the New York juice in my veins, you know? Still a New Yorker at heart. So that made me feel great. And I'm very happy for like the area that I live in, because it was pretty decent, just the commute. So it gives me hope for when I go into the office. Yesterday I didn't really do much of anything. I did a lot of home-based stuff, which is good. I washed my laundry in the laundry room downstairs, and I thought that it would be so annoying to have to go down coming from having a washer and dryer in my apartment unit, in my little studio apartment, to like having a laundry room and having to go down to the laundry room and stuff. But honestly, now that I think about it, yesterday it wasn't so bad, and it gave me a reason to literally leave the house. Otherwise, I feel like whereas like when I was in my last place, I had everything I needed in there, and I would literally go days without going outside, so or even leaving my apartment. So I actually feel like, even though it is inconvenience, I think it is a good it is a good situation to have, because being new and stuff like that, it gets me out of the house and gets me moving and stuff. So it gets me out of my comfort zone, and that's what you want. But anyways, I am going to end this vlog, and I hope that you have a great rest of the week. If you've made it to the end of this vlog, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate like all the great responses and messages that you all have been leaving. I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.
She said she the one, I bet she thinks she is. Saying don't have no trust, I don't know where you been. I need a break.